Okay, this will be an interesting one. Going straight to the 2-colour. Going to go black and green. Actually, we're going to make it black and magenta. This will be an interesting one if we can make it look any good. Hang on. 141.4. Copy density stay in the middle. Add a little bit of contrast. There we go. I think we can do this one. Let's see what we actually have. We have here Chinese Entertainment Magazine. I think it's entertainment on this side, and this is the other one. I think it's real estate and shit. Oh, whatever, I don't know what this shit is. I can't read it. Can't read it, folks. I'm illiterate when it comes to Chinese. Anyway, we're photocopying this person. Can't read it. I wouldn't be able to learn this language. It's too complicated. Let's see how we go with that. Anyway, that looks really quite interesting. Wondering if we're going to use it. Looks good, but in other ways needs a bit of an angle, or maybe I like the shadows and the hands. They look really nice. The colours have come up a treat, so I'm going to use that as our master copy. So I'm going to just copy paper. This will go to the recycle bin. I can't read it. Can't read it. Yeah, illiterate. Chinese illiterate. Wondering, we're going to switch that to 100. And perhaps, wondering what we're going to do with it. Going to make it a bit lighter. So yeah, it's the picture of the lady, whoever she is. It'd be really interesting if I could learn how to read foreign languages and talk foreign languages. But my disabilities prevent me from doing so. Learning simple things is hard enough. But Chinese is an extremely complex language, and it's just too much for my ability to learn it. It'd be a really useful language to learn, a very practical language in this day and age. But a person like me just can't understand it. I'm just not able to learn all the complexities of the language. It is a very complex language, and it's best to learn it when you're a child. Otherwise, you're just gonna not get it. So I think we've got too much background. But basically, yeah, I just can't learn all that stuff. It's probably going to be wishy-washy, unfortunately. I'm wishing I had started out as a full colour image instead of doing dual colour on dual colour. But basically, yeah, I just can't learn that language. But I can't learn hardly any language. No, it's not just Chinese that's difficult. Learning any kind of foreign language is difficult. It is, it's fucking difficult. It's really, really not for everyone to learn a foreign language. It isn't. It isn't for everyone. Certainly not me. I just can't learn it. So, however much I'd like to learn, we're going to... Oh, I forgot. No, we didn't forget. It wasn't there because we were in dual colour. So now we're just going to set this up. I'm actually thinking of doing something different, folks. I'm going to move this image. I'm going to make this into a movement piece. Again, I'm going to move this image around. So I'm going to quickly switch over to 141.4. I'm going to turn this into a movement. But yeah, it's not an easy language, Chinese. I'm pretty sure it's more complicated than English. But they say it's good to learn a foreign language because it can stop, I think it's Alzheimer's. It can help prevent Alzheimer's if you can learn a foreign language. It's a very useful skill to have, as well as being of use when you travel or do business and all that sort of shit. It's a real boon to be able to learn a foreign language like Chinese. But for me, I can't do it. However much I'd like to, maybe one day, but at the moment I just can't do it. Let's see how we go. There, that looks really good. There you have it. There's her face in the picture and all this colour floating around. Wonder if we're going to do another one. Just another one. See if we can do a better one. But basically, yeah, learning a foreign language. Very, very useful indeed. Let's see how this looks. No, it doesn't look as good as this one. I like the picture of the face. It looks kind of cheeky. It's a cheeky looking face in this image. I was wondering how to do this, how to make this work. So we're just going to put her up there in the corner. Try again. Yeah, that looks interesting. You just see her face has been elongated and stretched around. That could make a good mirror image, I'm thinking, even though I'm not totally convinced. I think that's going to be the centre of the job. So we're now just going to quickly switch around. We might not need that. Wonder, we're going to leave that in play. This one maybe lighter. Okay, let's get our original. So this is it. That one's that. Now we've got this as our master copy. So this will be an interesting one. Yeah, but that's it. Foreign language, it's all a good thing to learn. When I was in high school, we only had 3 languages we could learn. That was French, Indonesian and German. But it turns out the Chinese language is probably the most useful because everything's made in China pretty much. Pretty much most of the stuff we buy is Chinese made. So if you're going to work for a big corporation and that, it pays to learn the Chinese language. I don't know why they chose those languages. Nothing wrong with them. German would have been useful if I had have figured it would be useful. I had a pen friend from Germany, a couple of German pen friends that could write in English. So I do wish maybe I should have learned German. But when it comes to business, Chinese appears to be one of the most essential languages you can actually learn for business and that. So yeah, we never had that. I don't know why. I know there was less things being made in China back then, but I'm sure it was they could have seen it coming. But school was often a place that lacked practicality and application anyway. You know, we were still made to do cursive writing in primary school, and I don't have a use for cursive writing, and I can't cursive write. I don't have the coordination to do it. So there's a lot of shit or bullshit in the school. So, you know, you can't... School isn't... Well, it's a piece of shit. I got bullied. I had expectations put on me by the teachers and my family. So I didn't enjoy my life at school. It was misery most of the time. Anyway, that looks interesting. I'm just wondering if I could switch it around or if it's... I don't know. I'm actually thinking we're going to play once again Switcheroo, because this might look better in the Switcheroo version. So we're just going to line these up again. But basically, yeah, school was just not all that really practical. And it just made my self-esteem go down the toilet for a lot of the time. I didn't think I was worth much as a person. And the bullies really made it clear that I wasn't worth much of a person, and same with whatever. Anyway, I think that looks quite interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.